Okay, folks, let's do this. And the person of honor is here today. Greetings, everyone. My name is Adderville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In tonight's live stream, I'll be covering the fan game slash level pack Mega Man F-Resurrection, developed by Nuthouse92290. In this first part, I'll be covering the ARM stages, and as you can already hear, this pack has a bunch of NSF replacements. Quite a few nice ones. Now, I did actually complete a few of these stages before, but for the sake of continuity and keeping everything together, if I come across a stage I already completed, I'll do it again in this stream. So we're going to begin with the optional intro stage, with 151 plays and a score of 66. Yep, Pixel Boy. Let's not dwell on it more. Let's not dwell on it further. As the title states, this is a resurrection of the cancelled fan game Mega Man F. So we have the same Roadmasters from there, as well as similar tracks. So welcome to the stream, everyone. Special thanks to everyone who attended the stream by Mega Team Up. That was fun. Tomorrow there'll also be the Among Us stream, if you want to participate in that. Yeah, let's see how this compares. Let me know if I should decrease the volume. That's because usually making fan games, especially larger ones, takes a lot of effort. That's why. And in spite of that, we still get a bunch of fan games released every year. See what's coming up next month. Oh, you're not too late. Just make sure to read the rules and pay attention to what's going on. Yeah, versus YouTube too. They moved on to other things for now. Hi there, Kuga. I mean Jaden. Sneaky dragon. So after this, I'm probably going to re-record some Let's Tries as well. I decided that I'll re-record my Let's Try of Glimmer and Mirror 2 because there are a few things I forgot to point out. I'll be recording all the Let's Tries I did last week because there's some important things I forgot in each one of them. I need to clarify why the graphics look so good. Also, raid time! Everyone for Mega Team Up's coming. Thanks for joining in, everyone. Alrighty then. Now we have a selection of 8 RMs to go after. Please vote on who I should go after first. There's Acid Man, Fusion Man, Blackhole Man, Devil Man, Fault Man, Smoke Man, Magpulse Man, and Genocide Man. Pick who I should go after first. The one with the most votes in the next minute, I'll visit. All hail Packet Lady. Feel free to spam emotes for now. Momentous occasion. Also, congrats, Blas. "30 seconds. Well, we have a clear victor, that's for sure. That's wonderful. The other advantage of having a fan game is that you have more control over the flow. You can maintain E and M tanks better, add in W tanks. Also, unique tracks are better. More importantly, special weapons. Anyways, you have a clear vector. The first RM I'm going after is Smoke Man. 56 plays and a score of 17. Remember, I'm only covering the 8 ARM stages tonight. Next night, I'm going to do the rest of the 40 stages. Yeah, Packet Lady was quite surprising. Going from a grocery clerk in an apocalyptic setting into a victor. Now she can finally get paid a living wage. As a reminder to all, if you're submitting a level pack to me, I highly advise you send NSF replacements. It makes it stand out more to me. Thanks, Mega. I don't have it yet because of certain verification goals I haven't reached yet. I have to double check and see if I can still stream to Twitch at the same time if I have super chats. I forget what the story of F was anyways. The reason why all those Z and M tanks are there are so that those tanks can persist between levels. Like, if you pick up a tank in one of these stages, you can carry it over to the next stage. I quite enjoy some of those as well. It was Zero Links. Sadly, it was cancelled. No, you're the man too, you're drunk. As for the... well, they're not really... well, you're right, some of them are commercial. Advent Neon... the Ferret game, and something else. Oh, Jorver... for Hope Speak Academy... would they survive until the end? It depends on how good their deductive skills are. Being good at killing and defeating enemies isn't that good in that academy, seeing the hard limits. To be frank, depending on the game, he has a 50% chance of surviving or getting picked off. And as always, if you enjoy this content, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help with the channel. Interactions are always appreciated, whether it be on YouTube or Twitch. The Dapper Prince, I think he could survive that. The Mothman? I mean, he could probably get everyone out of the school too, via phasing in and out of reality. They'll live on in the memes and in the post-game. And to everyone else, like Nuthouse, feel free to convert your level packs into fan games. I'll be happy to LP them. Just make sure to have different music. Remember, Sage in 2 weeks, and then later, 48 Hour and next month are gonna preempt a lot of things. Yeah, this is definitely harder than Shidro's level pack, but at the same time, it's using its mechanics and enemies better. Difficulty is rising faster. The intro stages for Smelter, the intro stage and the tier 1 stages for each of the worlds, I guess they do their job. I'd make some alterations to water though. But when you get to tier 2, 3, and 4, yeah, I would make some changes. You can't do it into Magpul 3, that's only competition. Also, Magpul 3 has not been accepting any entries since 2 years ago. It's been closed. Before you add custom weapons, I suggest you build the levels. Actually, before you start adding in custom weapons, what I advise doing is to modify the already existing weapons in the game and use them for now. Use them as placeholder slots. Something else that many other level packs started doing, a weapon demonstration screen. This is good design and really handy. Yeah, this is fun. Remaking Mega Man Sunrise? Is it gonna be like in using the world constraints or NES constraints? Good. I always like it when creators allow remixes of their works, remixes, remakes, etc. In fact, I extend the offer to myself too. It has some neat ideas, but yeah, needs some reworking. Yeah, just don't add completely new weapons, just modify the ones currently in the engine, in your own copy, and then later clone them. It makes your life so much easier. NES constraints, yeah, I think that would work better. Some of the mechanics were interesting, but with those screen constraints, it resulted in some issues. Alright, choose who I should go after next. It's fine, it's okay to use rehashed assets. The Mega Man engine has a ton of assets available. Even if you're not to have anything unique or barely anything unique, you could stand out a bit. I mean, one of the best levels in Magpul 2 that placed in the in tier 10, that was made completely using rehashed assets. I doubt they'd be interested in a remake or sequel, but I think they would extend the offer to someone else. Well, we have a clear victor. Second up is Genocide Man, 47 plays, score of 8. I was abbreviating so it wouldn't get caught by the filter. Of all the boss names in this was formerly in development game, this was the edgiest by far. This is Mega Man Classic, not Kamen Rider. Or even Power Rangers. As I said, I highly advise you use the Mega Man engine. I know it's difficult at first because of all the complexities, but it allows you to alleviate a lot of the issues I have in Mega Man Maker. And a bunch of other things. Whoa. I mean, look at Mega Man Ram for example. Much of the stuff that was done in there outside of unique bosses and whatnot, they could be done in Mega Man Maker. Shouldn't it be the Crystal Eye? Oh, I'm dead. I say it's edgiest, but It's only based off the names, not really the stages themselves or the storyline exactly. Because when I think of a boss name like Geno, I expect to see a lot of bones, bloods, and bodies everywhere. But if you were to strip the name and call it like Slayer Man, it wouldn't really make that much of a difference. To put it another way, it's only edgy on a surface level. The other nice thing about this being a Resurrection pack, the storyline can be changed. I mean, if you really want to, and you want to keep this just to be a bit darker, just say that Wily faked his death. Problem solved. Wily created a Wily bot and Zero or whoever stabbed it. Or in this case, don't have a story. But, see, outside the starting and the names, it's not really excessively... It's only dark and edgy from a surface level. Well... Depends on the media, and some stories more than others. Well, 3 actually. Mega Man Beyond, me not paying attention, the end of Mega Man Mega City, and Mega Man 3D 2. Remember, in Mega Man Beyond, Wily's dead at the start. At the end of Mega Man and Mega City, Wily gets killed off. And in Mega Man 3D 2, it straight up says Wily's dead from before, by connection. I guess Final? Fusion? Future? Yeah, if you get caught by the Bunby catcher here, which I keep thinking it's going to be a bit further to the right, you'll die. Because you can't break out of it. If this is actually made into a fan game, I would like an option where if you mash left and right on the controller, you can break out of those catchers. That's one way to make these enemies less of a immediate pain in the butt. See? That's what I do, make it so you can squirm out of it, or struggle out of it. Because there's no really on-screen stage indicator where they'll pop up. That's my biggest issue. Mega Man vs. YouTube 2, perhaps. Someone will have to. You know, it'd actually be a funny collab project where one person remakes a different stage for a different YouTuber. Sheesh, I need some healing. Mimi or Mushroomy. Save that for later, YouTube. For one, we don't actually... For one, Mega Man vs. YouTube 2 we have footage of that we can remake. This score will be very unique. And it wouldn't actually fit with the naming convention. If anything, the next one should be Mega Man vs. Twitch or something. I mean, the only reason why the stage resulted in all those deaths was due to the Bunby catchers and being placed in inopportune locations. If they were removed, this would be far easier. Didn't pass. Strange thing is, they use the base Mega engine, but they didn't even use most of the mechanics in there, or assets. They didn't even fully execute on the new mechanics they added. Even 2 had that problem. And versus YouTube, to be fair. And we're out. We get the Spark Shock, aka the weapon I'll barely use outside of weakness orders. Room boss socks? Sure, as a fortress boss. I guess my biggest problem with OP is that... I was gonna say it plays it safe, but that's an understatement. It barely uses any of its assets or the assets in the engine. Okay, 2 down, 6 left to go. Level pack, probably Fusion, Official Meme Guys level pack, and one other one, which I can't remember. Fan game, for Mega Man Fan Game, Episode 0. That's my favorite one by far. Next up would probably be Rock Force, Magmul 2, Super Fighting Robot, Queen's Revenge, and 2 others. Okay, time's up. Arm number 3 is Fusion Man. Someone plays score 33. Oh, Chrono Freeze? I was supposed to... Okay, I was supposed to grab this, I remember now. I screwed up the ordering. See... Yuki. Yeah, you mean Yuki. I'm surprised we had them on stream, indeed. Eventually I will edit that down after Super Mario World. Give it some time. They clearly have some understanding of level design, but... even for a Super Mario style game, I'm referring to what it was in OP, it still feels kind of lackluster. I mean, even if you were to build a Mario game, you would think you'd use more unique assets or unique mechanics in the engine, and actually reuse them in better configurations at the end, harder ones. This is already easier than Geno Man. Well, no random bunbies. Nonetheless, I would still like to play a fan game by them to see how they improved. So they're all like Fortress stage bosses. I mean Fortress stage tracks. I can definitely see what you mean in terms of dramaticism. Some more than others. I'll hold off from some final ones for now until I actually get to the end. Yeah, this is not designed for newbie or intermediate players. This is designed for somewhat advanced players. Especially with some of these jumps near spikes. Okay, let me see your question then. Best way to make a Mega Man game more welcoming to newer and less experienced players? Well, I would say to not make the final setups too punishing, I'd say. You have to make them more... You have to end up with a configuration at the end, but the way I make it more welcoming to newer players is introduce easier difficulty modes, have the endgame setups not be too complicated, and make it so that the punishment for failure isn't too high. I don't just mean in terms of checkpointing and lives. I'm talking about what is the punishment for failing a jump. Like, instead of falling into a pit, instead you hit a bed of spikes. Also, innately beginning with something like the Spike Guard would be handy. A Spike Guard and Beat Saver. That way falling into pits or touching spikes is not an insta-kill. I don't mind the player dying in dead pits, that's not really the issue. What I really want is the design to not be just punishing you really harshly. That's the easiest way to turn off players. They name the Mop Prince, the Mop Man. Like here, this is already more punishing than most other level packs, due to the heavier abundance of instant death pits and hazards. At the same time, it's also more intriguing for me because the design is more advanced. I guess that's the oversimplified way of making it more welcoming to newer players. Just make the challenges less punishing. And offer more avenues of recovery or forgiveness. Yeah, there's hard, but there's also harder. I mean, compare for example Mega Man 4 to Mega Man 5 or 6. There's a clear difference in difficulty. I guess that's one way of putting it. To summarize, to oversimplify the summary, try finding ways to make the game less punishing and/or offer more avenues of recovery. That's the usual way to make it more welcoming. Now, if you want to ask me how to make a game more attractive to expert players, offer more avenues of advanced play, whether it be shortcuts, interesting interactions, and/or achievements. That's cool, Paul. Okay, tree down. Five left to go. To be fair, not every game needs to be designed for newbies to the franchise or genre, especially a long-running one with Mega Man. But be careful, the less welcoming it is to newbies, the less chances it's going to be you're going to earn as much money with it. Barring certain exceptions. Like there are certain Mega Man games in the main franchise which I'll never recommend to newbies. One good example is Mega Man Base. Yikes. That's definitely designed for people who already played a few games in the series beforehand. Yes, I know you can do it as your first game, but even from the very intro stage, it expects several things from you, more than your usual Mega Man game. At least, numerically. It's time to quench some acid. 64 plays, score of 18. They're there. Dave is sometimes here, but they kind of pop in and vanish. I like Mega Man Base, but at the same time, it's definitely from the very design, not designed for newbies. If you want a better Mega Man game designed for newbies, I would recommend 5, 6, or 8. Or 11 on easy mode. 10 on easy mode would also work out. Hi there, Heavy Elite. Could you go on a bit more? That sounds interesting. Nine is... We already discussed 9 a lot, so I won't rediscuss it now. I'll just save the full conversation for that in the future, when I actually cover it. I implore the same to all of you. Thing is, you have to be careful when you're trying to design something for newbies, or people just coming into the series. Ideally, you want to make a game that's both fun to play for newbies to the genre, core players, and hardcore players. But that's not always possible. Oh, Unknown 9, I guess. I'll see. 22nd is going to be a bit of a problem because Sage is running. Oh cool, I'll be more likely to play it then. I like watching the races, but for many of them, they're clearly outside my skill level. And that's perfectly fine, especially for fan games and ROM hacks and and free stuff. I don't mind it being tougher or assuming that players have already played the preceding games, as long as they make it abundantly clear. Kinda different when you have a commercial title which you spend some money with. And having an intro to speedrun, that's fine. Not every game needs to be hard. And not every game needs to be easy or normal. Ideally, you want to make something that appeals to multiple audiences because money, exposure. But if it can't go through, I guess that's fine, just make it clear. I always just prefer having more options than not, if possible. Not just in terms of accessibility. Yeah, that's my bad. I really, really wish I had an extender. But usually the better the game, the more likely you'll get more hardcore players. When I talk about casual, core, and hardcore players, I'm overgeneralizing because this is that defines a pretty big cohort of players. Players may be hardcore in one genre or one franchise, and very casual in another. Oh, how I wish I had better extenders. So as I was saying, if you want a good beginner Mega Man numerical title, 9, 10 on easy, and 5 would be good picks, I'd say. Maybe 6 would be a better one. Oh, that's cool. I played Powered Down, found it'll be okay to decent. Tracks were really nice. In terms of difficulty, most of the stages are around the same outside of Geno, but that's only because of one thing. The only reason why that's harder was only because of the Bundies. Checkpoint density, I guess, works. It's just that, again, abundance of instant death hazards. Of course, even if they weren't instant death, they'd still be rather punishing in a way. Casual versus competitive is another axis. When I talk about, to clarify, when I talk about casual versus core versus hardcore, I'm talking about how far players are willing to go in terms of difficulty, advances, challenges, etc. Competitiveness is a different axis in terms of PvP, I guess. How much are they willing to compete with other players? Oh goody, these sorts of ladder grabs. This jump. You have to do a slide jump off the conveyor belts if you want to hope to reach it. Again, a bit more advanced technique. That's actually another interesting distinction. It's not so much the controls, because I find the controls for both to be pretty good. And Neon's are just slightly better. It's more of the movement mechanics, or how everything moves in with each other. Yeah, 4 blocks to slide jumps. Eeh. It doesn't require the rush yet, but it causes issues. What I have more issues with is this ladder grab. In this engine, it's rather inconsistent to pull off unless you use something like a keyboard or a specific D-pad. Which is why I'm just gonna damage boost now. I'll ease up on that challenge at least. You can do it without a damage boost, but you know. Ah. See ya, Daipuman. Good luck, get some rest. Smelter being rooted to the ground, I can see why I would dislike it. With Gorabi, I guess it works because you deal a lot of damage per hit. But for something like Air Magoo, it becomes a problem. I guess that's one of the reasons why I don't like that armor as much. With Nuturo or the gun, it's not too bad because A, you fire at a distance, B, you have hover, and you don't have that much time to commit to those. It doesn't require as much time. Four down, 4 left to go, I guess. This is why I saved the first episode for just RMs. As for Glimmer... excuse me. Fifth up is Devilman, 46 plays, score 14. As for Glimmer, I'll double check the footage. I'll probably re-record it just for the sake of pointing some things out. I said the graphics and atmosphere are gorgeous, but I needed to point it out more. I was too awestruck to point out some rather important things. Dante from Devil May Cry. Yeah, I played this one before. I've been using his music for at least a dozen other stages. Right now, I don't know. It wins in terms of graphics, but that's all I'll say for now. I'm just happy I did the Let's Try of it over there on stream, but yeah, there's clearly some stuff I missed during that first one. It'll be a compilation of what we did in that stream and new stuff, such as some secrets, the story, and the boss. You mean Devil May Cry series featuring Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog? Yeah, this jump. Anything with those is kind of a pain. I should have just held on to it. Every single level in this pack I consider to be difficult. Wait, the Hot World demos are out already? I'm going to cover them once the direct hits, because I'm pretty sure they'll be posting some fixes here and there. At least these do a decent job of introducing everything. Interesting. I'll take a look. The other reason why I tend to prefer doing Let's Tries or coverage of indie games is because they need the coverage more. They can't afford as much advertisement and whatnot. Gotcha. Or just have a difficulty option. Easy, normal, hard. If the pits were not instant dead and instead you had to beat rescue service, or to allow you to restart the entire section with 7 less health, it wouldn't be as painful. Sheesh, I would have liked some advanced warning for this. The biggest difficulty of this isn't so much the enemies, although that's a major factor. It's that there's notably more instant death than your usual level pack. That's what I was talking about earlier in terms of punishment. If you fall into a pit or spikes, there's usually not as many areas to recover. Greek, maybe. Cycron depends on whether I'm getting a key or not. I have, as I said, several dozen keys that need to be covered first. But, we'll see. And asking for a key, especially for that game, is a bit impolite. Especially considering my past track record of how long it takes for me to post videos of games I have keys for. Outside of the one ceiling jump, this was actually one of the easiest stages, ironically, outside the intro stage. I'd like to cover a lot of indie titles, but when you have all these keys, it's kind of impolite to keep asking for more and more. I don't want people to think I'm just trying to grab the keys and steal them and stash them away for who knows what. Not to mention I gained access to a key for a different team-based title. Usually this would be one of the tougher stages in the level pack, but now it's one of the easiest ones. Strange, isn't it? 3 left. Let's do it, folks. Let's save the world. But to be fair, most of the other difficulties of the stages are about the same, outside of Geno, of course. Oh, and there's another game I want to do a Let's Try on too. A certain one which is in sort of open beta. Wrong one. Oh. Hang on, they didn't provide the correct ID. I'm fixing that right now. Time to close some black holes with Black Hole Man. 56 plays, score 15. In your level submission text, you accidentally cloned the same ID for Fusion Man into Black Hole Man. Despite its difficulty, I am enjoying this. It's harder than the usual pack, but for the past while or so, some of these packs have been getting a bit too easy for me. Also, so far I've only collected one E-Tank, if I recall correctly. And it still does a decent job introducing all new mechanics, so it's not completely assuming you haven't seen these before. Also, I like all these tracks. I understand Daibumi's complain about everything sounding a bit too much like a Fortress theme. I still like it. I guess it also works in the sense that this is intended to be like a final game in the classic series. Sort of. Or a final chapter. Behold my arch nemesis, ladder grabs. Not far enough. You mean Bazooka Joe? Yeah, unfortunate. In this storyline, I'm not sure. If not, you can modify one. Modifying enemies into other ones isn't as difficult as creating totally new special weapons. You could just replace the projectile with, with a scaled up one, make it fire slower, and change the effect. Last time I checked, they didn't announce the date. That's what I'm waiting for before I cover those demos. That's kinda jerkish not placing a checkpoint there. Okay, there is. I retract my complaint. That was a good place to put it. I mean, even the regular Sniper Joes are called Sniper Joes for some reason, even though they just fire regular pistol bullets or burst fire. They're not really snipers in the slightest. I understand why they're called Joes, but the prefix sniper doesn't make sense even with the original variation. If you call them Guard Joes or Army Joes or Assault Joes, they'd be a much more accurate name. Into the black holes. Considering what their actual jobs are, guard Joes would be better. They come with the burst rifle or pistol and the shield. Eventually I'll get to Omori. Eventually I'll fall into a pit again, because I thought it was faster. Thankfully there's a nicely placed checkpoint here. Compared with the other stages, this feels like it has a higher checkpoint density. Although that's probably just me. Even instant net hazards feel a bit less punishing or less advanced. It's another one of those easier stages in the pack. Also a good starting stage. In fact, I'd say it's easier than Devil Man. Of course, it's Quick Man at the end. Yeah, the closest thing to a Sniper Joe would actually be Search Man. Or the Search Mets. Sorry, I'm gonna have to use this. I really wanted to say this for the final battle, but looks like this won't be the case. Ah, good, Rush Jet. I've been looking for this all the time. One of the easier stages, one of the tougher boss battles. Who left? Vault or Magpulse? I guess 48 Hour or Sage? Magpulse is the victor. 82 plays, score of 32. That leaves Fault for last. On, jump! This is a problem in Mega Man Maker, where sometimes, even if you manage to jump on, it will not let you jump at all, unless you stop moving at the same time completely, which I didn't. It's an annoying issue that happens rarely. I don't know, if I were to remake this stage, I'd include the ceiling magnets. They would fit with this. Also one of the easier stages. In fact, I'd say this is even easier than Devil Man or Blackhole Man. This is a better starting stage, the best one so far. It's just designed for a different audience, Jaden. Yep, still think this is the easiest one out of the bunch. Yeah, at least we covered it. Probably going to do a Let's Try of it instead of a full Let's Play. For games like that, I think that would be better. Just to speed up the process because, hey, it's Skull Man. And he takes double damage. He takes extra damage from the Buster. If you play this level pack, go to the stage first, after the intro one. So the last of the RMs is Fault Man. 57 plays, score 17. Man, I've already played several of these before. Of course, it's the dive missile. That's the one weapon I would have loved to have in many different stages, especially Genos. Also, no shield-based weapon. See ya, Hyper. It's nice to have a piercing weapon, but at the same time, this is one of those fan games where having a shield or a weapon that orbits around you would be really handy. Or the dive missile, either works. Still, I'd rate this level pack as being decent. Wow, I just squeezed right in there. I thought I would actually not fit. Perhaps. No, this is one of the better level packs I'm playing. In the top 20%, in the top 20 percentile. I'm dead. Or not. That was a close one. Fault Man is Ert, like fault line. Same, I thought it'd be a screen clearing weapon. Not for this pack, I'm afraid. And here I thought I'd be stuck with only 4 or 5 viewers. Don't worry, the final stream will probably have enough viewers, I guess. I see. I'm surprised at the low number of E-tanks this pack actually has. I would expect it to have at least twice as many, but that doesn't really seem to be the case. Another intermediate stage, even without special weapons. Due to the way the voting worked, I ended up picking or being forced to go through the stages which were the toughest first, then the easiest ones. How unfortunate. There is some inconsistency with that. In terms of difficulty, 3 or 4 levels are... well, I guess it's fine to have easier stages, but one of them in particular needs to be made a bit tougher, that being Magpulse. Geno needs to be made easier. We're out of here. The F-Masters have been destroyed. Alright, here's my overview of the intro stage and the RMs. Intro stage was fine, could be better. RM stage is yikes. I said this before and it bears repeating. This level pack is not designed for beginner or intermediates. It's designed for somewhat experienced players, as in many stages, most of them, the punishment for failing a challenge is instant death. And you don't have that many avenues of recovery until you gain some special weapons, especially the rush jet. If you want a good starter stage, go to Magpulse first. After that, Fault or Devil. Due to how the voting worked, I was rather unlucky and was forced to go to the harder stages first. Hardest stage was easily Genocide Man, but that was only because of all the Bunby catchers surprising me. It's like there are 2 tiers of RM stages. So we'll see how the further stages turn out next week. Nonetheless, this is still decent, one of the better level packs I played. So I'll see you all tomorrow morning for the demos for Mega Man fan games. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. See ya.